live for a Bible study. And I'm going to talk about idols, which is I'm talking about Exodus 32. I'm going to go through that, and I got some questions at the end, and then you can feel free to answer the questions if you like in the comment section. And also, if you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to Bible Nugget 2.0 and like and share videos. And if you guys don't mind, uh, feel free to let me know what state and town you are from, and you can put that in the comment section. I would love to know the state and town you are from. Before I get into the chapter of Exodus 32, I'm going to give you a definition of idol, which is a false god, an image, or figure regarded as an object of worship. Let me say that again. Idol, this is the definition of it. A false god, an image, or figure regarded as an object of worship. Can I just say one thing first before I get into this text? Doesn't AI seem like a idol? I'm just saying. But who knows? But yeah. But to get into this text, I'm going to read Exodus 32. It's got a long chapter, but it's I think it's a lot of fun to go through. As you read Old Testament, it can be hard because you see a lot of God's wrath in the Old Testament. So people do struggle with it. At times, I probably even struggle with how big God's wrath is in the Old Testament. It's not like the New Testament where you see the grace of God through Jesus. Same God, but it just can be hard to why God's wrath is so bad in the Old Testament. Some people their minds get wrapped around it, like, why is he so judgmental and has this fury and wrath? But that just I'm babbling a little bit, but it just makes you wonder. But so we're going to do Exodus 32, and it's called the golden calf. When the people saw how long it was taking Moses to come back down the mountain, they gathered around Aaron. "Come on," they said, "make us some gods who can lead us. We don't know what happened to this fellow Moses who brought us here from the land of Egypt." So Aaron said, "Take the gold rings from the ears of your wives and sons and daughters and bring them to me." All the people took the gold rings from their ears and brought them to Aaron. Then Aaron took the gold, melted it down, and molded it into the shape of a calf. When the people saw it, they exclaimed, "O Israel, these are the gods who brought you out of the land of Egypt." Aaron saw how excited the people were, so he built an altar in front of the calf. Then he announced, "Tomorrow will be a festival to the Lord." The people got up early the next morning to sacrifice burnt offerings and peace offerings. After this, they celebrated with feasting and drinking and indulged in pagan revelry or something. Revelry. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The Lord told Moses, "Quick, go down the mountain. Your people, whom you brought from the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. How quickly they have turned away from the way I commanded them to live. They have melted down gold and made a calf, and they have bowed down and sacrificed to it. They're saying, 'These are your gods of Israel, who brought you out of the land of Egypt.'" Then the Lord said, "I have seen how stubborn and rebellious these people are. Now leave me alone so my fierce anger can blaze against them, and I will destroy them. Then I will make you, Moses, into a great nation." But Moses tried to pacify the Lord his God, "O Lord." He said, "Why are you so angry with your own people, whom you brought from the land of Egypt with such great power and a strong hand? Why let the Egyptians say their God rescued them with evil intentions of slaughtering them in the mountains and wipe them from the face of the earth? Turn away from your fierce anger. Change your mind about this terrible disaster you have threatened against your people. Remember your servant Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You bound yourself with an oath to them, saying, I will make your descendants as numerous as stars of heaven. I will give them all this land. I have promised it to your descendants, and they will possess it forever. So the Lord changed his mind about the terrible disaster he had threatened to bring on his people. Just real quick, I just like how Moses conversates with God and just tells him something that's bothering him. Right? Like, this is bothering me, what you're doing, and he kind of like vents to God. So I think we need to remember that as we go through our own lives, that we can struggle, we can have conversations with God about things that are bothering us. Then Moses turned and went down the mountain. He held his hands the 2 stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant. They were instructed on both sides, front and back. These tablets were God's work. The words on them were written by God himself. When Joshua heard by Joshua's noise of the people shouting below them, he exclaimed to Moses, "It sounds like war in the camp." But Moses replied, "No, it's not a shout of victory, nor the wailing of defeat. I hear the sound of celebration." When they came near the camp, Moses saw the calf and the dancing, and he burned with anger. He threw the stone tablets to the ground, smashing them at the foot of the mountain. He took the calf they had made and burned it. Then he ground it into the powder, threw it into water, and forced the people to drink it. Finally, he turned to Aaron and demanded, "What did these people do to you to make you bring such terrible sin upon them?" Don't get so upset, my lord," Aaron replied. "You yourself know how evil these people are. They said to me, 'Make us gods who will lead us.' We don't know what happened to this fellow Moses, who brought us here from the land of Egypt. So I told them, 'Whoever has gold jewelry, take it off.' And then they brought it to me. I simply threw it into the fire, and out came this calf." Moses said that Aaron had let the people get completely out of control, much to the amusement of their enemies. So he stood at the entrance to the camp and shouted, "All of you who are on the Lord's side, come here and join me." And all the Levites gathered around him. Moses told them, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Each of you take your swords and go back and forth from one end of the camp to the other. Kill everyone, even your brother, friends, and neighbors." The Levites obeyed Moses' commanded. About 3,000 people died that day. Then Moses told the Levites, "Today you have ordained yourselves for the service of the Lord, for you obeyed him, even through it not killing your own sons and brothers. Today you earn a blessing." Moses intercedes for Israel. The next day Moses said to the people, "You have committed a terrible sin, but I will go back to the Lord on the mountain. Perhaps I will be able to attain forgiveness for your sin." So Moses returned to the Lord and said, "Oh, what a terrible sin that these people have committed. They have made gods of gold for themselves. But now, if you only forgive their sins, but if not, erase my name from the record you have written." But the Lord replied to Moses, "No, I will erase the name of everyone who has sinned against me. Now go, lead the people to the place where I've told you about. Look, my angel will lead the way before you. I will come to call the people to account. I will certainly hold them responsible for the sins." Then the Lord sent a great plague upon the people because they have worshipped the calf Aaron had made. So I got some questions off that text, and feel free to write, if you like, in the comments section your answer to these questions if you like. And also, if you don't mind telling me the state and town you're from in the comment section, that would be awesome too. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to this channel. But this one first question says, why did Aaron listen to the people and make false gods? So my opinion on this question, let me repeat that question again. Why did Aaron listen to the people and make false gods? I think he is trying to make the people happy, right? And he's listening to the crowd of doing the wrong thing, and that's why he made the false gods. He just had that bad influence from them, but he probably should have said no. What are some idols we tend to worship? So I'm thinking AI now, right? Like they're getting really popular, the robots. We even ask them questions, and to me that's a false god. And the last couple of years that has even gotten bigger. So some people say our telephones, TV, technology, that kind of stuff. So so feel free to answer that question. What are some idols we tend to worship? Why did Moses try to protect the people from God's wrath? Let me say that again. Why did Moses try to protect the people from God's wrath? I just think this is his opinion, like that he knows they're human, and they're not God, and they're going to mess up, and he knows he messes up, and that's why I think he kind of stuck up for him, in my personal opinion. Do you think God's judgment should have been more? I don't think so. I think that was enough. I think they there was a lot of wrath in that one from God, so I'm going to say no, in my opinion. Do you think God could have shown more forgiveness to people? I'm not sure even how to answer that one. Do you think God should? I'm gonna say yes. He probably could have shown more forgiveness. I don't know, but that's a tough question, that one. But yeah, that was a fun text. Feel free to share this this Bible study with your friends, and feel free to answer any of these questions. You don't even have to answer right now. You can answer them later. So that was a fun one, doing something on idols. Obviously, the Bible says not to worship idols, right? So that was a great chapter. Feel free to read it on your own, Exodus 32. So if you haven't done so, subscribe to Bible Nugget 2.0 on YouTube, and feel free to share videos, like and share videos. And thank you guys for watching. And like I said, feel free to share this video with others. And next time I go on, I will do temptation. And that will be based off of Matthew 4, 1 through 11, next time I come up here with a Bible study. And check out all the Bible studies that I've been doing in the playlist. And I believe it's Bible Study Live, but it's in the playlist if you want to go back and look at the other Bible studies. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And have a great night.